Hello and welcome to another Saturday night Shadow Whispers in the Night. We have Tracy, no, I always say Tracy and Andy joining us tonight from Bristol. And we have a fantastic guest joining us again tonight. And I thoroughly enjoyed the last chat that we had. We have Bishop James Long joining us, and tonight, so I'm going to bring him in right now. I did that button right. Good evening. How are you?
Well, hello. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us again tonight. Second time on the show. First time amazing. Second time is going to be amazing as well.
There we go.
We went through some artifacts on the first time you were on the show, and I haven't stopped talking about them. Yeah, because they are.
Well, there's a lot of people who collect these things, and I just tell them, leave them alone. Stay away from them. They just keep collecting them, and then they have terrible things happening, and it's like, well, what do you expect? I mean, you smack a lion, you're going to get bit. You're going to be, you're going to be lunch. Just leave these things alone.
Yep, that's it. I know when Andy and Tracy had bought something during the week.
I was just laughing at that. The photo behind the picture on the wall behind.
What's the background
Sorry?
What's the background of the picture behind you?
Yeah. So it's. Do you want me to bring it off and show you?
Yeah, take it down. Yeah,
That'd be great.
Tell us a story about it.
Yeah.
Don't be jumping on that couch now, Andy. And look at this.
Okay.
Let me see if I can just. I don't know how I can.
It's really interesting with AI as it is today. I bet you could take a picture of that and maybe put this on AI and see if they have any type of history on it.
Well, we've tried, haven't we?
Andy, show that picture again. Sorry, show that picture again. I'm going to make it bigger. Sorry. See if I can make it. See, we don't want me on that. We definitely don't want me on that. We want your picture. Yeah.
There we go.
Crazy.
What's a name written on the bottom of it?
We've not quite worked out what it is.
It's got the what's it on the back of
it. It's a proper board. It's
from Bordeaux.
It was a Bordeaux painting.
From Bordeaux in France. Okay.
But I'll put it back up there.
It's really creepy.
Did you get anything from it?
Sorry?
Did you get anything from it?
Yes, we actually used the voice recorder. We didn't ask anything. Just left the voice recorder in complete silence next to it. And we got an EVP that said, "This relic piece within."
This
really creepy. It's like an old man's voice.
No, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what James would make of that, but I mean, I searched for definitions of relic, and one of the definitions of relic was come up with the death photo.
A death photo,
which basically meant that which is the Bordeaux company that where this came from. They specialised in it, where they'd have like an artist draw the person of the deceased, and then they'd have either a death certificate or a lock of hair put inside it.
We haven't opened it.
No, we've not touched it or opened it, or we've just kind of kept it contained within the photo.
Yeah, we don't know.
I mean, he certainly. When you look at the details of the picture, you can tell that the kid was well manicured. I mean, so it's not. The clothing wasn't tethered, and so I just wonder if he came from a well-to-do family, a comfortable family.
We thought. I mean, the Bordeaux, the Bordeaux, like the Bordeaux studio. They was quite a wealthy.
Okay.
To do studio, so kind of like I said, that kind of makes sense to what you say, what you said.
Okay.
But it's very interesting.
So would you get an estate sale?
Sorry, say that again, mate.
Did you buy that at like an estate sale, or where did you get it?
No, we had it from a good friend of ours, Neil Parker. He had his own haunted antiques.
Mm-hmm.
It was all full of like antiques. Obviously, he's retired now, so he's kind of like
getting rid of everything.
Yeah, he's had to kind of sell all the pieces off.
It took an interest, but we said we'd take it
just
off.
Yeah, it just drew our attention.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I had a couple, and they bought this. She collected dolls. She just loved dolls, and there was this little boy, in like clothing of like 1880s or so, 1800s or so, some probably 1890s, 1880s, and so they were always wanting children. She couldn't have children, so her focus was the dolls.
Yeah,
and she brought this little boy doll, and then they started hearing little kids' footsteps, and it was hardwood floor. Running back and forth, and they clearly heard this. I mean, this was, and then they began hearing a laughter of a child, and that's when they're like, okay, something is uncomfortable. They weren't scared of the doll. They weren't scared of whatever that was in that house. They just were. They didn't know what was going on. They didn't know what they were dealing with. So I got involved with that. We actually had an EVP of you absolutely hear a kid laughing, and it sounds like to me it's a little boy.
Wow.
Without question, it's very clear.
Yeah,
it's like the kid walked up to the recorder and just laughed. I mean, that's what it sounded like.
Amazing. That's amazing.
That's what I love. I mean, like I bought antique. I think an antique doll was sent over to me from the UK because she was a green witch, and I know nothing about these at all, anything like that. And I said, why not? And because because they posted on my page and they wanted the doll, if anybody knew where Mellifont Abbey was. And I said, that's beside me. So I go out for picnics, I walk dogs out there. So they wanted me to take the doll. Beautiful doll. She was dressed in green and a shamrock on it, and they changed her dress because she wanted to have a dress change, which I wanted the green dress on her. But her sister was in Mellifont Abbey, and they lived in Slane, which is not too far from Mellifont Abbey, and so on and so on. Anyway, got a lovely email with it and so on. Then I heard singing, humming. And I'm thinking, I know my children, they do not hum. One is 22. And it's kind of like,
wow.
And I'm thinking to myself, because I hum. And I'm thinking, did I unconsciously hum? But I remember sitting in my living room, the chair behind me, but it came from upstairs. And I said, okay, Elsa, did you hum? And she said, no. I said to my 22-year-old daughter, I said, Jessica, did you hum? And she goes, I don't hum, Mom, I don't hum. So I knew it was her. And so I left it like that. And then I went through the email again, and I read it line for line this time. Then it said, and I'm like, what? Then it said, you'll hear her hum when she's happy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah. And I'm like, how did I miss that line? So I brought her out to... I was just kind of, when I'm rushing, I read through I'll skip lines probably. So I went out to Mellifont Abbey, and I said, do I leave the doll here? Do I leave her here I'm here for a few hours. Do I take the doll back with me? Let the spirit go, take the doll back with me? What do? I didn't know what to do. So I took the doll back home with me. Maybe, to let her spirit go, and then, because I know nothing of that.
Do you hear any more humming?
Apart from myself, no.
It is interesting, isn't it? It reminds me of the movie called The Others.
Yeah,
that's one of the best movies ever. I think that was phenomenal how they twisted.
An absolute jaw dropper. I thought awards. It was brilliant.
Right.
It was that kind of turn so fast that you're thinking, oh my gosh, and whatever came out of my mouth, I'm glad it was in private, because it was such a U-turn of what, and then you're like, oh my god, I get it.
Brilliant. Yeah,
absolutely brilliant. We've got talking of dolls and stuff, we've got four. We've got five. Obviously every single one of them's safe.
Yeah,
there's nothing. We've never had anything
they're positive, friendly.
Yeah,
protective.
We've, I think pretty much everyone we've ever had that we've. Our friend Ian Griffiths. He's kind of like we spoke to him a few times, and he's never picked up anything negative from them or.
Aye. Yeah, so I think I know with a very good friend of mine, Amy, she has a lot of dolls, and she has one particular one. I forget her name, but she showed me a video one night last week. We were in Le Castle, and she showed me a video. Oh my goodness, that was a WTF moment for me as well, and that was very interesting because I'm very hard to believe. Sounds silly, I know, but I kind of when I see something. But what she showed me was brilliant. She got this new, the bells, the ring bells, like a hotel bell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she just got it. She just unboxed it and she put it into her room. All her dolls are. There's one particular doll. And she was asking her name and she was saying, if you're here with me, please press the bell 3 times. So once, twice, which we always hear twice. And then it went the 3rd time. And I said, okay, I like it. It was interesting. I want to see stuff like that.
Put off a few times.
Yeah, I was going to say we don't
work with them.
No, I was going to say we used to work a lot with them, but obviously
so busy.
Now we just keep them.
Yeah, just leave them.
Yeah, we just leave them be. They're in here. They're contained. But I'll tell you. I mean, I'm just asking. Have you done many cases like that you've had to go in rescue work like?
Oh, you mean to take these items?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a storage full.
Wow.
But see, what the items that I take are not good.
No.
The items that I take are not. It's rare that I have the doll that they heard the little boy running, so I have that. I have a few items that it just scared them a little bit, but it wasn't. They didn't feel like it was evil. Now, but the majority of things that I have are things that I don't like even driving because I don't have them here. I have them in a storage facility.
What would you say is probably your most active but negative?
Well, the doll that was in that the television show, that's profound. That's profound.
Which one's that one? What, the Annabelle one, or is that
no. So I knew Lorraine. I was friends with Lorraine, and I've seen Annabelle. You could definitely sense there's something not right there with Annabelle. You can sense an attachment. But so the case that I had, and I didn't want to bring her, but every time I bring her, something happens to my computer, something. So it's on the Eli Roth Presents Legion of Exorcists show.
Yes.
So there was the first episode that I was on. We did 7 episodes, I forgot. Yeah. So basically the concept is exorcists from different denominations would go to a church. We would discuss our cases. They would recreate them. Yeah. And so this particular case, this was in Tennessee, and the family owned what's called like a McMansion. So it's a pretty big house. It's a 3-story, big, beautiful home.
Wow. Yeah, I think I've heard something about that.
Yeah, I was called by the fire chief and the family to come over, and I'm thinking, why are you calling me? I'm not a fire department. What am I supposed to do? So they asked me if I would I remember, I'll never forget what the chief, he said, Bishop Long, just show up. Just please get here. Okay. So we made arrangements. I pulled in this big, long driveway. I saw this massive ash of where you could clearly see where there was a house. I mean, there was nothing left. Staircase, walls, everything was gone. The only thing that was standing is this ornate metal bookshelf and a doll right on top of it. And I'm thinking, why do they have a doll on top of it? It was weird. So I pulled up and I asked, so what's going on here? So they walked me through it. They told me that there's a foyer, the fancy entrance. She said, look to the right. That would be the formal living room. And that doll, they bought that doll. She became obsessed in this antique store. She couldn't she couldn't hear her husband talk to her. She became so obsessed with this doll that she said, she told me she would even put a second mortgage on the home to buy it if it had to become to that. So she became obsessed. So she brought it home, and then they started having some serious activity in the house, violent activity. Yeah. And then, the alarm went off, the fire alarm went off. They ran down the stairs, they left. Well, the fire chief went out, he was there, and he told me it was like someone had put in the whole entire, like a gasoline fuel, dumped thousands of gallons onto this home because it burnt to a crisp. Wow. It burned very, very fast. But what was the strangest thing is this doll is porcelain, and the heat that it caused that house to burn to a crisp would have should have.
You thought that would burnt with it?
Yeah.
Nothing. There's no and there's burnt marks on the clothing, and you can still smell the burnt marks. Well, I took it to I took it to Louisville Mid-South Paranormal Conference. It's a paranormal conference. I do about presentation. It's a huge, lots of people in that room. And I was talking about it. I had it in its case, and they asked me to take it out of its case. I took it out of its case. The whole entire room changed. Everybody felt it.
Yeah.
And then they all said, please put it back. And so I was putting it back into its case. Someone asked me a question. I got distracted, and I put it next to a laptop that I just saved for a long time to buy. And I put it right next to my laptop. I turned around, and a firefighter, interesting enough, was in the front row saying, Bishop Long, your laptop is on fire. I turned around. My laptop was actually on fire. This was seen by an entire room full of people. And I even had the doll. I did a presentation once, and I had the doll, and I took it out. And all of a sudden, I took a screenshot. My computer was acting crazy. I mean, it was spazzing out. I'm putting it back.
Was that the doll that you took out the night that you were on the show with me? Was that the doll that you took out?
Yes.
Yeah, and we were all sitting. Let me tell you, you never heard me so quiet. Are you sitting there? And I was kind of watching that. You know when you want to look, but you want to look like that.
Yeah.
And you could, and I think you were wearing gloves, Bishop James. You were wearing gloves, and just to hold this doll. Yeah.
I don't like it. I legitimately. And so when they called me to fly out in California, and they said, we want you to bring the doll. I thought, oh God, please no. So I said, okay. So I completely tried to secure the doll and bless the doll multiple times. And so I'm on the plane. And then a captain said, I'm sorry, folks, but we keep having an electrical issue in the cockpit. And so we got to fix this light. And then we're waiting. And then it happened again. And then it happened again. Wow. And so we were 2 hours behind. He said, I've been flying for 40 years and I've never seen this in my entire life. So I said, okay, stood up. No one saw what I was doing. I blessed that thing again. Says we're not playing this game. And I blessed it one more time. And then finally that took care of the problem. But yeah, this is a doll. Matter of fact, there was a paranormal team that I went to a Moundsville Paranormal Conference, and I showed some of my items that I've collected through the years. And there was a paranormal an individual who's a paranormal investigator, seasoned investigator. He did a FLIR camera, and he put the FLIR camera. He said, "Do you mind open up the case?"
Yeah.
So I opened up the case, and he did the FLIR camera on the case. It was registering quite cool. He did the registering on the doll. It read 400 degrees on the FLIR camera.
Crazy.
And I have the video. He can't explain that.
That's crazy.
And that doll is all tucked away.
It's tucked away. I didn't want to, because I have to drive at a distance for my nieces. I was like, I don't know if I want to take the risk of that.
I got to experience it, and the whole panel was just quiet, fascinated but quiet, but worried because you had to take it out of the case and wearing gloves, and that's when you're kind of thinking, and I'm behind the screen, and you're thinking, as an paranormal investigation, can things come through the screen?
That's a fair question. I mean,
right?
Honestly, we don't have all the answers.
Anything. Chantel, my darling, I was actually supposed to text you again today, and I forgot. I'm sorry. Don't give out. My sister from South Africa. I love her.
Oh, right. Hiya.
Oh, she's a wee doll. I love her. I was watching a show a few days ago, a movie, and it was like something coming through the screen, and someone had to test it to see if it worked, and it didn't work. So whatever was coming through the screen, he was obviously KO'd. But anything, I remember doing a show before as well, and my name was said, and I could hear when I listened back to that live show, I could hear the static coming through my microphone and my name being said.
I was just about to say, I mean, we've been.
I have that, on video.
We've been looking at the moment into the moment about like how that, like almost like the vibration and the echo of like the energy that comes off an item, or from a whether that's possible, like we were saying about like an EVP, coming through as electromagnetic energy,
Yeah.
If you go back to when we had wired phones,
yes,
that energy, that you would talk into that mouthpiece,
and
that would become electromagnetic energy.
yeah,
Sure.
But then it'd be you'd receive it the other end back into, and I suppose that's quite fascinating as to whether you could actually manipulate that electrical energy.
yes.
Well,
Like you've got one of your vessels out now. Whether that electromagnetic the energy off that vessel would be strong enough to come through.
Sure. I mean, I think anything is possible. I absolutely, but
I do, yeah.
I think you have to be receptive to it as well.
Yeah.
And so with like for let me show you this. So this is the video where I had her, and then
Give me 1 second, my love. Let me see if
and this is and so I was using this program. So let me play it.
I'll bring you up more.
Wait 1 second.
Okay, you do.
Oh, okay.
So you see everything was going crazy.
Yeah. Look. What's that? Oh, I can see the screens at the bottom. Are you kidding?
It was all spazzing out.
Wow.
And I had it in the whole thing was just spazzing out.
I can see that.
That's crazy.
Everything was messing up that day. Everything. And that was not uncommon for that thing.
They do play it. I want to say a very big hi to my best friend, Kieran. Kieran is he's paranormal resident, and he's the paranormal resident that I work with all the time. I wouldn't do an investigation without him. He's absolutely fantastic. He's my best friend. He's my best buddy. I have a lot of best friends.
That's good. That is great.
I have a lot of really, really, really good friends. I really do. And Kieran and Chantel and Tracy would be my best girls. And Kieran as well. But yeah, he's a diehard investigator. He's very good. He's on YouTube as well, Paranormal Resident. Just throwing him out there, Kieran. And I'm with Kieran on the 6th of June in Redwood Castle. So we always work together. And when you just work, you finally meet your people that you work very well with.
Yeah.
We are right and die.
Absolutely.
We work hard and we play hard. And listen, when we get together, we have a little chat. And what we do, we have so much fun. And I love him and I miss him. I have a few things written down here now. And we want to have a wee look at your artifacts as well, because I know, Andy, it's crazy to have a wee look at your artifacts. Anything that you can show us.
Sure.
And tell us do you want to show us anything now?
Yeah, we can do that. That's no problem. So let's see. This was a case. This was a demonic case, a demonic infestation issue, and so I usually take some form of crucifix with me, and I always like to have this with me because the reason is it's actually technically it's a sick call. Crucifix, so and it places here, and so it's a stand, and so the candles are still intact. It's original.
Wow.
So I've not used that. So what I normally do is I put like a tea light here. I put tea lights here, so I have a tea light to give you an example. So that's basically what it was like. So I was doing the minor rite of exorcism, and we were hearing growls. It was clear. It was
wow.
Going to make it bigger. Yep.
So there it is here.
Beautiful.
So the problem was when we started doing the litany of the saints, one of the investigators said, Bishop Long, turn around, the crucifix. The flame went from here to here.
Wow.
It was and it made me mad because this is antique. But if you see it.
I can see a...
That's amazing, that is, isn't it?
I can see the burnt mark. Phenomenal.
That is stunning.
That is fun. I can see the burnt mark, and as a whole, that's you know what I will say, it's kind of give me a little bit of the heebie-jeebies.
So that's and again, just that's why I have this. I have this as a demonstration. The candle, the flame.
Yeah.
It was about like that when we started.
Yeah.
But as soon as I started praying the litany of the saints, we call upon the angels and saints to be with us. So Saint Mary, pray for us. Saint Raphael, pray for us. And then the flame went, as soon as we did this, it went from here. It was like a flame torch, and that caught fire. That actually caught fire. So that was a home that we had worked with a demonic case. That was a violent case.
I was going to ask you.
Quite risky.
I was going to ask you as well. Let me just, Karen, I love you too, my daughter. I love you. Oh, we live 2 hours away from each other, and it's just wrong. It's wrong. I know we say it's just down the road, but it's wrong that we live 2 hours away from each other. It's horrible. I'm going to bring Nancy in here very quickly. Nancy is late, but better late than never. Come on in, Nancy.
Oh, I know. Sorry.
They are. I was going to ask you. Gosh, I had it written down here for you. Okay. At the 4 signs of an attachment or negativity or demonology or something like that, what are the 4 signs you look for to confirm a genuine possession? Is it speaking in tongues, strength, dislike to sacred objects?
Sure, aversions to religious objects or languages, unknown knowledge, like particular languages, for example, Latin or Aramaic or Hebrew or Greek, and then speaking it fluently. Or there's also a term called prognostication and retrocognition. So prognostication is the ability to know the future and or what you're about to do. So they'll say that you're about to go get the holy water. They say the holy water won't work. Or retrocognition is the ability to know your sins, and they not because they can read your mind, but because sins fall under what's called ordinary demonic activity. So because we are tempted by evil, and therefore they know when we fall into sin because of the temptation. So that's why we have to have the sacrament of reconciliation prior to performing an exorcism. So I mean, also of course the incredible strength. It can be violent. Sometimes it's not, and those are the ones that's more. And not intimidating, but those are the more that seems to be more intense, because the demon doesn't have to levitate. It doesn't have to scream. Because it doesn't have to do those parlor tricks. It's overconfidence of knowing that you're walking into a position where this demonic doesn't have to do these things to show you, to let you know who they are.
So could I just ask, obviously, because I mean, it's something that I've like throw the word demonic around, like in a lot of. How can you tell if not the difference between a negative spirit or something that's truly dark or demonic?
It's all about the intent. For example, a human spirit, and also a human spirit that I've noticed in my experience, can't really manifest enough energy to move heavy objects. For example, we were performing the minor rite of exorcism in a house that had some really violent activity. And so we were upstairs, and there was an inexperienced pastor. And I told him, it's not necessary for you to be present. And, oh yeah, I've got this. Don't you? These are my people. Okay, but you called me in, pal. You're the one who called me in. So I said, okay, but just be prepared. Oh, I got this. This, I'm not scared. Okay. So we were upstairs and we were performing the minor rite, doing the litany of saints. And we heard the loudest. It was like it sounded like somebody was a wrecking ball outside busting down the side of the whole entire wall. I mean, it was just that unbelievably loud. We ran down the stairs to find out what in the world just happened. I thought it was an explosion. The owner had a really expensive and heavy mahogany couch. And this was a real heavy couch. Right. And so the living room was here, right here. And then the dining room over here was like over in this area. This demonic picked this ultimately through this mahogany massive couch and knocked all the couches, the tables, and knocked them down, and it embedded inside of the wall, inside the kitchen. Wow. So that pastor looked at me, and his face just turned ghosts, and he was like, I can't. So, okay, you can go ahead and please just head on outside. We got to finish this.
Yeah. what sort of stages are there with like for an exorcism?
I'm sorry.
How many stages would there be to like an exorcism?
Well, there's when you're talking about exorcism, there is what's called the minor rite of exorcism, and there is a deliverance, and then there is the solemn rite of exorcism. And the difference between the two is, let's say that there is a demonic infestation within the home. You don't perform an exorcism on a house. That doesn't exist. You bless the house. You perform an exorcism on the demonic entity that has infested itself within the home.
Right.
So that's the minor rite of exorcism. So the demonic has infested itself. A deliverance is when someone is under the stage of oppression. They have an attachment. They're not possessed. They have an attachment. Laity can pray a prayer of deliverance. But you got to be careful, because depending on where that person is under the stage of oppression and obsession, that person can go into transient possession. So you got to be careful with that. And then, so that's a deliverance. And then you have what's called the solemn rite. The solemn rite is when an individual's intellect and will have been eradicated. They've gone through the stages of infestation, oppression, obsession. They're at a very vulnerable state physically, that they can no longer fight this evil from a psychological level, intellectual level, physical level, and that's when you have possession.
Yeah.
So if we're talking about the solemn rite of exorcism, I don't speak to the individuals ever until after they have a psychological evaluation. So that's a rule. I'm not, because I'm not a psychiatrist, and I don't want to accidentally feed into perhaps a person's psychosis.
Yeah,
because a person could be paranoid schizophrenic. And if I even mentioned the word, well, this could be a demon, that's all it needs right there. That's all that person heard is that's a demon. So I don't speak to them at all. They have to have a psychological. It is non-negotiable. Non-negotiable.
100%. 100%.
Have you had that happen before, where you fed into it by mistake, not knowing?
Yeah. Yes. As a matter of fact, when I first started the ministry, so it was about a 10-hour drive, I think. It was older. She was older, and she was, God love her. She was like, she's on. I don't charge. I've never charged, so it took me a little bit to raise some money to get to her.
Yeah.
So I finally got to her home because she was so afraid, and at that time I didn't have a network of paranormal investigators to help. Mm-hmm. So I just got in the car and said, "Okay, I'm going." Yeah. So I got there, and so in the back. Her house, her front doors are all locked up because she's really afraid. She lived by herself. Yeah. So you went into the back door. The back door led into this like a porch, a screened-in porch, and then it led into her kitchen. And this looked like a 1960s grandma's kitchen. Mm-hmm. But I walked in there and I looked at all these holes in the wall.
Oh my goodness.
And there were thousands of puncture holes. And I thought, and I said, this is dangerous. The drywall, could come down. Why do you? There were everywhere, and I'll never forget this. There were thousands and thousands of puncture holes, and it's ceilings on the floor. And she said she took out this broom, and she had cut the broom part off, and she had duct taped a massive butcher knife, like a Michael Myers butcher knife at the end of it. She took it out, and she says, every time I see that demon, I stab it.
Wow.
And I thought, oh, dear God, because I was by myself. And I thought, oh boy. Yeah, so that's what I said. I tell you what, I've got to go get something in my car. Well, I can go with you. No. The stairs are slippery. Let me go out there, and I just, because she could see the demon in front of me.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But no, and you're by yourself.
By myself.
And you're believing, and you want to help them, and you want to help them, and you put yourself into that dangerous situation, and that, Jesus,
you're like, that demon. No, that's his brother. That
demon. Yeah, that's right. It was scary. That was the first time that because I always read you all have a psychological, but that was the first time that it really hit me how dangerous it could be to walk into.
I was just about to say, have you ever actually got into a situation where you've been truly petrified of?
Yeah, my first exorcism.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because I was not the primary, I was the secondary, so I was the assistant, and the individual who trained me, I was assisting him with an exorcism. I'd always heard about the eyes going black, or a form of levitation, or markings appear on the body. It's one thing reading it, But when you go into a room and it's very controlled,
Yeah.
I'll never forget it. It was almost straight out of the Exorcist movie. So you walk into this room, the temperature is dramatic. I mean, it's cold in her room, and it's not cold anywhere else. She was sitting up. She's just sitting up in her bed, not looking this way. We began the litany of the saints, and she just slowly went down and laid down. And then the exorcist says, "Let us begin." So it's like that wasn't it. That's it, right? Because that was that when I mean it was like she just laid back. It was a slow, and she was laying back. So we began the rite. There were some outbursts. There was called throwing the voice. So what happens is the person will scream, the demon will scream, and it sounds like if you ever go to like YouTube and type in 8D surround sound and put on a really good headset, and you can hear it all around you. Mm-hmm. So it's behind you and in front of you, and that's to disorient you, throw you off your equilibrium. So that's why you silence the voice. But, so I raised. So during the rite, I raised the eyelids to see what are they dilating or what's going on there. And I had always read about it, but I never experienced it. And her eyes were solid black. There were no whites. It was a total. But it wasn't dull. It was like a mirror. I could see my reflection in her eyes. I couldn't move. I couldn't talk. I couldn't say I'm in trouble. I was completely catatonic. And that's when the clergy of the exorcist knew that I was in trouble, grabbed me by my collar. We stepped outside. He did a blessing. Are you okay? Can you continue? Yes, I was shaken. Wow. I mean, I was shaken because it was that to me looked like I was staring in the eyes of an apex predator that's about to consume me. And there was nothing I could do.
How old were you, if I can ask, when you had your first exorcism?
I was in my 20s, late 20s.
Scary. Seriously scary.
That's insane.
I'm sitting here beside my fire. Yes, it is May and I have the fire lit. I'm in Ireland. It was sunny today and it's not now. But I'm cold even. Tracy, this is my sister from another mister. Tracy in Essex, London. Tracy, London. Where she said, "Oh gosh, where are you, Trace? Sorry, you shouldn't laugh, but Jenny has seen my eyes turn black in location desk." Well, now Tracy went into a wee trance in a castle.
Oh wow!
A castle. I'll say Lep Castle. Tracy's one of my
trance.
Yeah. Oh, I seen it. Oh, a wee trance, as we say in Ireland. A wee trance.
A wee trance.
Yeah, wee trance, and I seen it, and I know Tracy many years. I know Tracy. She's my sister from another mister, and everything was very silent and pin silent, and I'm asking questions, and I know this location very well, and I'm just listening to everything. So I have to call her husband to come up, and and easily take her out because she was getting in too deep. Because she does this professionally. She trains people and she doesn't do it, willy-nilly. She does it professionally. So she did. And I'm like, I'm just going to go for a cup of tea, Tracy. See you later, You're
on your own, bye.
No, but it's oh my gosh, it took me a long time, and I'm in this field only 19 years, but it took me up to 2-3 years ago to go to the bathroom on my own. I've seen enough, I felt enough, and I've heard enough to know you're never on your own. And let me tell you,
right.
I've seen enough, heard enough, felt enough, could write a book in it. I know I'm not in that bathroom on my own.
Yeah.
So I'll show you this. This is the rosary that I've used for 35 exorcisms.
Let me bring
that is the Benedictine rosary.
Don't mind me, I'm just bringing this up. I'm very bad at computer work. But
this would be considered what's called a sacramental of the church.
Oh wow, nice.
So this has been with me in all 35 exorcisms.
Wow.
This actually, I prayed this rosary prior to performing an exorcism. This was blessed by Saint Pope John Paul II. Wow. When I was an altar boy as a kid, my parish priest went to Rome, and they had a private audience, and he personally blessed all the rosaries for the altar kids. And so that's
Awesome.
quite old. That is really old.
Wow.
And so
Yeah,
that's the rosary that I pray prior. I don't take that into the room because this is a relic, and I don't want to have this. I don't want to have any of them desecrated. But because St. Pope John Paul blessed that,
that's amazing.
this is these are the bells that I use for the altar for an exorcism.
Huh?
And
Oh, can we hear those bells again? That we they Oh wow.
this is I'll share this with you. So a family likes macabre items, needless to say, and they bought this and they just figured that they didn't like it. They didn't want it anymore, so they sent that to me.
Let me just bring this up a little bigger. I don't know why
It's
it's bigger. Let me see. Sorry.
wow.
The waiting.
Wow.
Okay, this is Heaven's Gate. Heaven's Gate, the away team. All you got to do is type in Heaven's Gate. This was a cult, I believe, in the 90s that truly believed that the Halley's Comet, so they unalived themselves. And this was a huge deal. I mean, this was a huge. So they sent that to me because they didn't want it in their house anymore.
I watch a lot of cult documentaries. A lot of
So
them.
Heaven's Gate. Check that out.
I have it here
this-
right now. I have it here.
Because and by the way, there are two people that still are using or taking care of their websites. So they're the people they unalive themselves because they truly believed that the Halley's Comet was going to take them on a different level.
Yeah.
So I mean, they lived in this big, huge mansion. But this is I want to make sure we get them in there before I have to jump off. This is a pair. This is an actual pair of Dahmer's glasses.
These are the ones I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
These are the ones I'm waiting for. These I've been talking about this forever.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
My glasses, respectfully yours, Jeff. That's just,
So there was a 17-year-old kid that became his pen pal. I'll take him out. And he was he wanted something of Jeffrey's. They don't have the lens in here,
Yeah.
Look at that.
but they're kind of faded and they're quite old.
Mm-hmm.
So he had actually, and I have all the letters. His mom asked me not to share the letters because the letters are rather explicit. And so Jeffrey would write him back while he was in jail or in prison at that time, and they were very, very explicit. So the guy wanted some pictures and or something of Jeffrey, and so he sent him an old pair of glasses that he has. So these are actual glasses, and they show me all the letter. Like I said, I have all the letters, so it's been validated that was actually Jeffrey Dahmer. This is
I remember
this family really liked the macabre thing as well. So here it is. I'll show this. I brought this.
Let me bring this up a wee bigger for you. Sorry. Okay, coming up.
So here's a picture. I don't want to take it out of its cover.
Yeah.
I'll share this as well.
That's weird.
Oh wow. Okay.
Wow. I take it they've all got quite negative energy attached to
That's
them.
Gacy.
You know whose picture this is?
That's Gacy,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yeah, these are actual drawings of Gacy. This one,
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I was only watching his
How
documentary
did
last
you end up with that?
The family bought it, and they were having activity in their home. And here's one more.
Oh, sorry. Look, I'm sorry.
So Gacy sold he did a lot of paintings when he was in prison because that's how he was able to pay for his defense.
Yeah.
And so this family,
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow.
I love that.
Love that.
That's the one. Hold on. That's the one that I said that I would buy that off you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would too.
absolutely.
Andy, get in the queue.
but now all the red that you see, he always did in red. He did painting in red because he poked his finger. He always poked his finger and put a little blood on each one. So
Yeah, so
that's what always did that.
So anyone who had them would take a bit of him into their home.
DNA. His DNA.
Wow.
This is course, we know what a Ouija board is, so I don't need to show that. But this one, there was a person that wanted to start getting into tarot, and they decided, why not go for the demon tarot?
Oh
No, thank you.
And so they did. And inside the demon tarot, here's a booklet.
Mm-hmm.
This book gives you, I'll put it over here. So, like, for example, I don't know, it doesn't matter who. I mean, so it gives you introduction,
Yeah.
Asmodeus. And it gives you all the information there and how to summon him.
No.
And these are the actual cards itself. There's Behemoth.
No.
No.
Wow.
So this person started using these cards because they wanted to do tarot, and all hell broke loose in their
Oh
home.
my goodness.
I mean, it was
dangerous.
Just
I
a
don't
bit,
know.
yeah.
I don't know why people would want to even dabble in that or joke about it. Or
and
use
then
it.
finally, I'll show you this real quick.
Let me bring it up here. Let me.
Oh, look at that.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Ah.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Spirit board. Oh.
So this is
Milton
an actual.
Bradley?
This is a. Nope. This is some company did this. They made this, and it's a Holy Spirit. It's called the Holy Spirit Board. Family brought this in, and that required a deliverance. So here are some rules. It says how to use the Holy Spirit Board. The Holy Spirit Board is the only spirit board that you and your friends can use to communicate directly with our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Place the game board on a table. Place the magic cross. So the magic cross, by the way,
Okay.
they call this the magic cross.
Oh wow.
Huh?
Okie dokie.
And so they place the magic cross on the board. This is what the board looks like.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
what the hell?
Wow.
Wow.
Strange.
Oh.
Okay.
And then it says, have everyone lay thy hands upon the magic cross and say the following prayer. Oh, magical Jesus, please guide our hands to answer our questions. Amen. Ask Jesus a question. It can be any question you want. Let the Holy Spirit guide your hands to move the magic cross around the board. You can ask yes or no. And when Jesus has answered all your questions, don't forget to say goodbye. And remember, anyone who says that the Holy Spirit board doesn't work is both a liar and a sinner in the eyes of our Lord. Amen.
Oh, what?
So
Wow.
this is the. Let me tell you something. This required, because people played with this because it said Holy Spirit board. They
Yeah.
thought, well, it's not like a Ouija board. That was one of the most, I would say, as far as deliverances, that was one of the most violent deliverances I've done.
Wow.
I mean, the person began to rip her hair out.
Oh,
Gee.
Oh, I have a lot to say in all of it, but I'm not going to. I like to keep what I want to think sometimes in private. Sometimes it's better to think.
and that was the person that owned it?
Get myself in
That
private.
was-
Yeah, they bought it because they bought it online, and they thought, well, it's not going to be so bad. So it became an obsession, and the cross started moving on itself. I mean, she was over there, and she was.
Wow.
They really thought, the family kind of thought she was playing a game, like she had like a magnet or something. No, she had played it, but she had played that board so much that all she had to do is put her hands around that board and just ask questions. And it started. It moves. You can see it move, and it's like something like push it like a fan or something, and it kind of moved it. So that required. And then I told her, I said, this has got to go. This has got to go, because her family was terrified. She was going into the stage of possession.
So that was a Ouija board for all intents and purposes.
100% a Ouija
basically,
board.
Under the guise of,
Yeah.
okay.
That's
Wow.
just oh goodness, no, Jennifer, put a key, lock it, Jennifer, lock it. Some things I can say in private, and I would say it in private, but I've learned some things people don't like to hear, so I keep it private. But we can do a private video at some point, and then then I can say what I think. But I'm getting older and I'm learning. People don't find that fun anymore, but oh well, it depends. I know you have 4 minutes left, Bishop James, because I know you are going out this evening. One last thing before I can before you leave. What is the most common misconception people have about your work?
I think the common misconception is they always think that it perhaps might be that it's The Exorcist, but I think that one of the biggest misconceptions is not dealing with demons. That's not the hardest thing that I do. The hardest thing that I have to do is tell a family that I can't get to them right now.
Oh, wow.
Because that breaks my heart, because number one, I don't get paid as a bishop, as clergy, we fund our own ministry. That's what we do in the Old Catholic Church. And I don't charge. I never have, and I never, ever will under any circumstances. So if someone is in California and they're on the phone and they're begging me, they're pleading. I've had people just sobbing, and I'm like, you got to give me some time. I've got to raise funds because it's going to have to fly out there. I'm going to have to get a hotel. This is going to be $1,000 to $1,500. You just gotta let me work on fundraising. That is the hardest part.
I have a quick question, if I can. Where do you think faith has gone in the last 10 years?
It drives me crazy when people put demons here and God here.
Yeah.
We have elevated demons to the status of a rock star.
Yeah.
And I always talk to people. I said, well, did you call upon Christ? Yeah, but. What do you mean, yeah, but? There is no yeah, but to it. There's no yeah. What are you talking about? Yeah, but. You
because
call upon
faith. You don't see him. It's faith. You have to go on faith. And
you have to. You have to.
That has been said to me before as well. My partner said that to me as well. And he said to me, Jenny, he said exactly what you said, Bishop James. He said exactly what you said. He's very religious. He's very, he loves his faith through and through. And he said, everyone praises and puts the demon first, but not God. So he says the same thing as you. Oh, he would.
It's true. Call upon God. Call upon your guardian angel, and know that the moment you call upon God, the moment you call upon Saint Michael, the moment you call upon Saint of your guardian angel, that demon is trembling in fear. Do not be its victim. Do not be its victim.
Crazy thing they say. Even the devil believes in God.
Yep.
Yeah, I tell you, and I will say, like I said before, Bishop James, when the last time you were on my show, which was the 10th of May, 2025.
Golly.
Almost a year, and I was seeing the date today. I was like, oh my God, it's like a year. And I remember I was saying to you, I had an argument with religion. I had an argument with my faith, and I was angry with God, and I was angry with him for a lot of stuff. And then my partner is very, very religious, and he's kind of teaching me. He loves his church, and he's teaching me little by little. But he sees me, growling at the side of my mouth sometimes, and but he takes it slowly with me. And he's getting there. He is, and I love going to this beautiful church in my hometown. And what Kieran was saying earlier, I was talking about St. Padre Pio yesterday. He claimed he had many demonic attacks, also has stigmata. Because my mum loves St. Padre Pio, and it was her anniversary 2 years ago on Tuesday. So I went to see her grave, and she's St. Padre Pio on her grave. And my lovely friend bought me a St. Padre Pio candle yesterday. And so I'm kind of getting there slowly. Slowly.
The thing is I don't worship a denomination. I don't care about a person's denomination. There's people who say I'm non-denominational. That I don't worship a denomination. I don't care if you're a Lutheran, Presbyterian. I don't worship that. I worship God. And so we're having this denomination elitism nonsense where you have to convert to this, the one true church. You know what nonsense? You're worshiping a denomination. You're not worshiping God. Focus on take care of the pride, the religious pride going on here, because that's what we're talking about. But I tell you, Padre Pio did have, he wrestled quite often with demons. And the reason is very simple. I'll never forget it. What my mentor told me, you need to remember this. And James, don't ever forget it. The closer you get to God, the harder the devil is going to work against you. Yeah. And he was absolutely right.
Wow. I mean, that's food for thought that I'll take with me. And I remember very quickly, because I know you have to run, I remember a few weeks ago, myself and my partner were sitting and we were reading through his scriptures and so on. Let me tell you, did I learn stuff? And I was talking to my 15-year-old daughter, and the three of us were having a little tiny discussion about it. And she's 15, and I think she got it from me where she's whatever. And I'm kind of like, what did I do? Don't do that to because she sees it that I was doing that. She does. And they're both Catholic, they're both christened and so on. And when I read, let me tell you, when I read through the scriptures, and it wasn't the Bible, it was his scriptures, I learned a lot of stuff. Let me tell you, the ages that they lived to, the stuff that happened, which was bad stuff that happened. And I question him, and he will, like my partner will tell me, he'll fill me in and help me, and so on and so on and so on. And did we sit for 2 or 3 hours and have a discussion? And I'm like, what happened to our movie? We were 2 or 3 hours talking about this, because I had a few things to say because I had questions. But my goodness, I'll stop talking about that now because it was interesting, and I had a lot of questions, and even about Adam and Eve, and I knew that we were blaming the man and then we were blaming the woman, but the man knew, so he should have told Eve not to do what she did. But he knew what the secret was, but he watched her doing it. Why didn't he tell her? So this was the discussion that we were having. I'm like, so why are you blaming the woman?
That's right.
Right? And then Adam knew, but didn't tell Eve, and still went and got the apple. So now all the ladies are in pain forever, and the dust, and I was like, oh my God, listen, this is another show. Let me tell you.
There's so many of us that grew up Catholic that had going to Catholic school. Then you had catechism on Saturday. Then you had church on Sunday, and it was kind of shoved down your throat a little bit. And there's so many people I know that are atheists, self-proclaimed now, but I have a hard time believing that they are. But because of that experience, because it was all like, you have to do this, and that's
why I joined the old Catholic Church, because this Catholic guilt that you're referring to, they really do.
Oh, yeah.
I got to tell you, so next time if I come back on, what I'll do is I will bring a lot of my items that you've never seen before. I'll bring the doll, and I'll bring some other items that are quite alarming, that actually caused a person to pass out at Moundsville.
Well, listen, if anyone else contacts you before me, say no, because I'm going to fix up a date with you after the show.
Okay. Fantastic.
So I would love to arrange that with you to do it in say
fantastic
another month, that we're not going to say what it is, and you all can come back on and post with us. I want to see it. And I know Bishop James has to run because I know you're against time, but I want to say thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, nice to chat to you, man.
Absolute privilege.
Absolute
really is a pleasure, and it was great talking to you. I love talking to you. I love watching your prayers on TikTok because I do watch them.
Thank you.
And but we will talk in another time privately, and we will arrange for you to come back on with those artifacts. If anybody else beforehand, don't.
I will.
My apologies for being late completely.
Oh, no, better late than never, my darling. I'm glad you're here.
Thanks a lot, guys.
You okay, Bishop James?
You take care, mate. Thank you.
Nice to see you.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
wow.
Dang.
That amazing, guys, wasn't it?
Nice,
yeah. Told you.
I've always wanted to speak to him.
Absolutely amazing guy.
That's amazing.
I know, right? So we can all come back on the next show when we do
absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's not fabulous. Yeah. Oh my God. That was a lot. And
crazy.
Isn't it brilliant? Isn't he brilliant? Yeah. Such a joy.
A nice teaser to leave it with too, right? Jen's like,
say when, but it will be sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
So I am going to work that out, but I do love Bishop James coming onto the show. I do, because pleasant man,
brilliant, yeah,
honest. Like I know when Bishop James was on before with me, and I was saying I know Tracy. Let's not go. Let me tell you about this story about Tracy in a second. But I know, and I could talk to him on the live to tell him about my argument with religion and so on and so on. And he got it. He totally got it. Where I didn't like priests and I didn't like nuns, and he got it. There was no judgment. There was no nothing. He got it.
That's the thing. I mean, Trace knows. Before I went into the spiritual. When I was younger, I was completely the opposite. I mean, I used to study witchcraft and everything.
Wow, and that's our Tracy. Let me just text one up here. Tracy, I took her to when Tracy was in Ireland with me, and I took her to around Strata and so on and so on. where I live, and I took her to one of my favorite churches, St. Peter's Church, where St. Oliver Plunkett's head is.
Yeah.
And she walks in and she goes up to St. Oliver Plunkett's head and she goes, "Work me, mate. Work me, mate." And I said, "Tracy, you're going to burn. You're going to burn. your English accent in this church, you're going to burn." And because she goes, "Work me, mate. Work me." But he was hung, drawn and quartered in the UK because of his teaching of religion.
Yeah.
So, and the door from, oh gosh, I was only there yesterday with my friend. Gosh, Jennifer, you'd be very ashamed now not to remember from yesterday's date. It wasn't me. Yes, it was
my best friend. That one. I've done that before. I went to introduce my best friend and went, "This is my good friend. Introduce yourself, will you?"
It was. Look, that was a confession box. Started smoking. Yeah. Ray was. Yeah. Oh, she said you were going to the confession box.
I'll show you.
So Tracy, come back over to Ireland and we'll take you back to the church. They want to talk to you. They want to see you. Yeah. I'm waiting for Tracy to reply back to me. So Whispers Encounters, what is your next investigation?
We've got
Leicester Guildhall.
Yeah, we've got Leicester Guildhall, 12th of May. That's with.
No,
We'll actually go.
12th of June.
12th of June. We're actually going with. I can't think of the. It's with Haunted Hours. With a good friend of ours, Natalie Widdowson.
Lovely.
And then after that, we've got a very private one in Warwick.
Nice.
Unfortunately, we have to keep
You have to keep the location.
Location's got to be kept private.
Yeah.
It is one of the biggest we've ever done.
Yeah, I was going to say it's.
Yeah.
It's very old.
We'll tell you afterwards.
I was going to say. I mean, we'll mention it off air, but it's very old. It's got a lot of history, and no one ever had the privilege to investigate it.
I will say, Nancy, Whispered Encounters, Tracy and Andy, right? They have. You're in the field, what, 3 years?
4 years.
4 years.
Maybe
4 years.
About 4.5 years.
3.5 years full time.
Yeah.
And the audio speaks for itself. The work.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie to you, and I do praise a lot of people, but when I praise, I praise, and I've done it behind you, and I've done it behind you. Praise, and I did say your audio speaks for itself.
I heard it yesterday. I heard it today. I heard it the day before yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, and the EVPs, they're excellent.
The EVPs are phenomenal. Do you want to pay some right now?
And how well you guys work together as a team, even though you're husband and wife.
I mean, that's what I mean. Only she's Tracy's the ears. I mean, I hear more than I can communicate with spirit, but I can't hear them. Mm-hmm. So it's almost like I do the communicating and Tracy will do the hearing. But then I love, for me, the history. It's just as important just to bring that history, the research, and actually give them a physical.
Yeah, bringing them to life,
bringing them forward, giving their not just saying this is Joe Bloggs, but this is Joe Bloggs and this is who he was, and
this is If I can say, I'm just laughing at Tracy. Nice. I'm a pensioner now. 34 years she's in the paranormal.
Wow.
And I always call her Tracy Love from Coronation Street. Tracy Love. But I always do Peggy Mitchell. Get out of my. I do it louder, but I can't do it now because I'm in live. I will say that when you do the history work and then Tracy, you do the audio.
Yeah.
They match. They completely and utterly.
Oh, God, yeah.
Is there anything that you have? Is there anything that you have quick rounds that you can put up, or is it too much to get? You're not even prepared for it. We'll do it a different show.
Not to hand. We'll have to do it on a different show. Yeah, definitely.
That's grand. Yeah, that's grand.
Stories.
There's that much. I mean,
I'd have to pick one subject, I think.
Yeah, I mean, for us, I mean, like you'll probably do. I mean, probably the same as yourself. Like, well, you can do like 40, 50 recordings in a location.
Yes.
But then only pick 5 that tie in, and I mean, if they're not clear enough, or they don't tie into the history.
Then
they're in the bin.
They have to be linked. Yeah.
They've got to be linked. The history's got to be behind them before us too.
Beautifully linked together. I would say hi, Pamela. Thank you.
Yeah, we're the same, Tracy.
Yeah,
We're the same. We'll never do histories. We'll never do the search of the history beforehand because
afterwards only going blind.
Yeah, you've got to, because you do your history beforehand. You're preempted when you go into it.
Yeah, not all history.
So you're going to be calling forward what's already been documented, as opposed to calling all of. You're calling everybody forward.
Yeah, so you're looking for those names, but you want those names without knowing about those names, and then you look them up afterwards. I want to say a quick hi to Pamela. Thank you for being here. We had the amazing Bishop James Long on with us. He will be back again. Fantastic guy. He had to leave because he had to rush out this evening, but we had him for an hour, so that was brilliant. So Tracy never ever looks up locations. I know, and I've taken her to locations here in Ireland, in my hometown, and there was things that she said that made sense. I mean, she doesn't often make a lot of sense. Sorry, Tracy. But she did come up with something, or say something about one of the locations I used to do, and it was like the jigsaw puzzle. It was phenomenal, and it was gotten on audio as well. It was gotten on audio, and that was the creme de la creme. I mean, she doesn't know the location.
Yeah.
We know the location to a certain point. We know who's in it to a certain point, but we don't know. We're guessing from what we're getting.
Yeah.
Tracy got it flat out. I don't make sense. I don't make sense, but it does make sense. Yes, I know. Trey is so low. I just stop saying that. So much better. So much better, because what you get is what you get raw.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Hanbury arms. Have you done the Hanbury arms?
No,
we've not done it yet.
We have thought about it.
I was going to say we've looked into it, but
we were going to do it a year or two ago. We still ended up.
No, I was going to say due to family
just being
on.
Busy in general.
Yeah.
So it's on our list.
I was going to say there's a couple that we're looking into that we've always wanted to do, but never actually got around to doing.
Yeah.
Okay. But you're going to get it done.
I'm just sitting here smiling. These two are so adorable. I can't even stand it. They're just like, you guys are like yin and yang. It's awesome. It's totally.
They work hard. I tell you, you do work hard, and you're doing. Tracy, sorry, go. It's bloody amazing. I did a 48-hour lock-in.
Oh, wicked. We'll definitely look into it. Tracy, definitely.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
I know when Tracy's doing her next investigation, I'll be going over it.
It's that one, and what's the other one?
Which one?
The old pub. I can't think what it's called now.
Where?
Oh, Brian's gone dead.
I was going to throw guesses there. I was going to say the
the one we was on about doing, Rebecca.
Like 48 hours, but then again,
I've lost it.
I look at I look at my house and go,
yeah,
you live.
I know.
We have done an investigation in with Nancy's home.
Yeah.
Myself and Nancy and Kimmy would be doing a video call at all godly hours in the morning, because they are 6 hours ahead of me. And it's still
awesome.
in the night over there, and it's 6 o'clock in the morning here, and I'm like, ladies, I'm going to bed.
Although Jenny has gotten me to go back downstairs when I'm like, all right, nope. See something through the window, and I'm like, I'm done. And grab my computer, head upstairs, and these two are laughing and joking. They're like, wait, what's going on? And I'm like, Kimmy goes, y'all's white as a sheet. I'm going, nope, I'm not. You don't even want to know. And Jenny's going, can I talk you into going back down there?
I do, because I'm like, I'm so safe on the side of the screen.
Yeah.
Recorder running, And me and Kimmy would be looking at each other, and we'd do a little bit of sign language to each other, saying, "Oh my God, oh my God." One very quick one here from Tracy. If you don't like dolls that have attachments, then don't go. But we had lights turning off and on command.
Oh, brilliant! It doesn't bother us, Tracy. Like I said, we've got 5 dolls in the house that have got attachments, so we're kind of used to it.
So nice to learn more.
Yeah, I moved into this, but Jenny, I'm back at that place where, remember in the campground when you guys are getting all that. I'm here now. Oh, yeah, that's where I am.
Yeah.
Now we have done all. You see, myself when we were on video call, Nancy would be doing stuff, and so me and Kimmy, I'd have the recorder on running here. We're all on video call at the wee hours of the morning, and we're doing a recording. Let me tell you, me and Kimmy look at each other going.
They made me leave. They made me go back in the camper and leave my computer outside. Like, thank you.
Talking to a husband, and me and Kimmy would go like, "Why is someone knocking my door?" And we're like, and we can hear a lot of stuff going on, and we don't know.
There's a quarry right here. There's water behind me. There's a lot of limestone and all the conductors you would ever need for any type of that. Yeah, everything is here.
Wow.
It's up about as close as to Canada as you can get without stepping into Canada.
Is that your backyard, you're actually saying?
Yeah.
Oh, no, not here. My backyard, though, is not. My backyard is a little bit, it has its moments, really crazy moments. Yeah. We've done some really odd pictures. I have a camera back there and I look at it now and then, but most of it is out of the corner of your eye, or I have all these lights out there and you can see that this light's blocked out, then that light's blocked out, but you don't quite see what's blocking it out. And it's not rabbits and it's not squirrels or anything like that. And it's kind of crazy. It is. But I've actually had in my room, and the bed started to shake really badly, and there's actually a chunk out of the wall where it hit the wall.
Oh,
not claiming that one. That was not me or anybody else. That was the bed itself, and flew out of the bed and went. Oh, but you can tell because it ramps up and then it goes. You can tell. You know how you tell when everything is left. And it's just kind of like the energy all leaves the area and you're going, yeah. And people, one of my girlfriends goes, well, how can I believe that? Why would you even go back to bed? And I'm like, because you can tell when everything is calmed down and the bed is finally safe.
I was going to say it's like mostly.
Okay, my old house was built on the marshland from the Battle of Benfleet from Vikings, and that was I remember the pictures that Tracy sent me. Let me tell you, they were very interesting. Nice. I remember the pictures. Yeah, I remember the pictures. Very interesting. Yeah, they were brilliant.
I've seen some.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. And I really should try and get more video evidence, like get a decent camera and get kind of decent documenting stuff there too.
To be honest, I mean,
use your phone.
I was going to say, to be honest, we've just started using our phone.
But much better picture.
I mean, I've got 3 night vision cameras. I've got 1 day camera. Just obviously we've done some daytime just recce's, and I've brought nothing but my phone. And I've done video evidence on my phone, and it's come out. To be honest, I mean, especially if you're into the audio, it comes out a lot clearer on your phone than it does on your cameras.
I have to agree with that. There is a piece of audio that it took me. My phone is away at the minute, so it took me about 2 years to get this audio back, which I needed for last week to a particular location. I got it back finally, not my phone, but the audio. So when we're not on the live, I will play the audio for you. It's just something that I have never put up before, and it is. I don't want to put it up, but it is one of the audio. It is phenomenal. It is actually, and I found that I had it on my recorder, and then I recorded it from the recorder onto my phone, because I didn't want to lose it. But I couldn't make out what I was saying on the recorder. I could make out a little bit of it, but not the rest of it.
Is that the one you sent me?
No, it's a different one. There's a different one.
Oh.
But when I recorded it from the recorder onto my phone, so I would not lose it, what I couldn't make out, I now have a name.
Yeah.
I now have a name. I now have his voice. I now have someone's name.
Wow.
And is that what you were playing that night when you and I were sitting there chatting and you said, I can't make this out. Listen to this. I think I know what it is, but I'm not sure. And
he's just telling his wife he's coming home. This one has never been heard before. This one has never been heard before. No.
Okay.
Because my phone has been away for the last 2 years. It's away in somewhere else, and it's been away for 2 years. A year and a half, 2 years.
Wow.
So this is not something that I would have played. I could have played it for you. You might just say, Jenny, you did play it already. I don't know. I can't remember. But I will play it off the live, because I don't want to play it on the live at all. Anyhow, that is it. But I will arrange. We're going to end the show now. I'm going to go in private. And I will let you know when we have Bishop James Long back on again.
Oh, absolutely.
Amazing.
With the artifacts that
it was him. I've been waiting to talk to
I was going to say, I didn't.
I'm like, wow.
It went till you mentioned it the other day.
He was, and I'm like,
no way. Actually searched who he was, and I was like, oh, okay.
Absolutely amazing.
He was on my show like the 10th of May last year. So it's a year to the day. And I was doing the post, I was like, it's a year since he's been on the show. But we will talk practically on TikTok. I'll watch his prayers.
Actually.
He's a fantastic guy. He's very lovely to talk to, very easy to talk to, very understanding to talk to. So I do, I was, comfortable, and I love that. Yeah, fantastic guy. So I will, and I always joke around when I say people want to get him on the show first. Wait. I was joking. Not really.
Yeah, absolutely. That was absolutely privileged to talk to him. Yeah.
He's fantastic. He's fantastic. It's a quick night. Good night here from Tracy. Right, guys, chat again soon. Sorry I was late. I had a busy day today. I know you did. And being to the chat and just having stuff today. Listen, girl, I know you don't stop. She doesn't stop. She doesn't listen to me, and she doesn't stop. But I'll give you a wee text later. I'll give you a wee text tomorrow. Let me know how things have gone on, my love. Mm-hmm. But yes, Bishop James Long is a fantastic guy to talk to. I knew you would enjoy. I knew you would enjoy talking to him.
Yeah, I've just sent him a friend request.
Absolutely, anytime.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He will be back on again. I will talk to him about what.
Yeah,
he's going to come on. But that is it. Thank you so much for being my co-host, Nancy. Thank you.
I appreciate it anytime.
Thank you so much, Nancy. Thank you for being my co-host.
Better late than never.
Listen, like I always say, better late than never. My daughter would wake up for school like 10 o'clock. It was too late to go in. Better late than never. Get your name on the roll book.
Starlink is up and running. Yay.
Yeah. Oh, out the door. Thank you, everyone, for watching, liking, sharing, commenting. We are now going to log off for tonight, and we're going to talk in the background for a wee bit. It is a Saturday night. It is 5:11 here in Ireland and in the UK.
Yeah.
I mean, Nancy's probably about 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
Nancy's probably about 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Saturday. It's Saturday, and it's opening fishing.
But I'm going to bring us into the background.
Get out.
Are you doing fishing today?
Tonight I am, yeah.
Love fishing. I'm going to bring us in the background.
It's flooded out, yeah. Oh yeah, they're fishing back there. They're where are they?
Can we say hi? Can we shout hi to them?
Yeah.
Can we shout at them? Hello.
We're out there.
Do they catch and release?
Not if you catch a walleye that's edible. Are you nuts?
Do they catch and eat?
You know how much money you pay for that in a restaurant? If you can catch that and it's fresh and you can go and cook it. Oh, I don't eat fish, but I hear it's really good.
I don't eat fish. I'm going to see this. I don't eat fish at all. I mean, very quickly, my camera system is made of made from CCTV cameras and a face powder compact mirror thing that they record live footage, take a still photo every 30 seconds, and they go. Tracy, we need to have a little talk.
Oh.
I got 2 sets of CCTV cameras, a set of 8. So I'm going to be placing them around.
Yeah.
And you can watch them for your phone. I did have one that I could watch from my iPad, but my iPad doesn't have hotspot, so I have to do it from my phone. But it needs to be, put a SIM card in, put your memory card into it, and it will download everything. So very important. So I'm waiting for them to deliver to me. Tracy, we need to have a wee talk about that. The face powder compact mirror thingy. Oh, I have one of them. Okay, let's do it. Anyway, going to bring us in the background. People, thank you so much for
listening. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We will be back on the 23rd of May. We will have a roundtable with some of the elite people in paranormal. We will be talking everything about paranormal. That post will go up very soon, but we have a great guest coming on. But 23rd of May. So that will be up soon. So we're going to bring us in the background. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you very much. You take care. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.